excited to bring you today's contest featuring the visiting UT Dallas Comets and your Southwestern Pirates. Before we meet the starting national teams, why don't everyone please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And now, fans, get out your scorecards. It's time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. Introducing first the starting lineup for the visiting UT Dallas Comets. A junior forward, number 38, Adam Self. Graduate student forward, number 4, Anna Yellen. A senior guard, number 13, Tristan Clark. A junior forward, number 22, Liv Pettigo. A senior guard, number 32, Alex Bowman. Head coach for the Comets is Joe Shotland, and assisted by Jackie Lang, Jonathan Stillwell, and Cliff Williams. And now, stand up and make some noise for your Southwestern Pirates. A senior point guard from Midland, Texas, number 0, Ellie Ward. A sophomore guard from Bristol, Texas, number 3, Adriana Boyd. A freshman guard from San Antonio, Texas, number 10, Emma Flores. A senior guard from Western, Texas, number 11, Taylor Nutty. And a sophomore forward from Cranberry, Texas, number 34, Trinity Defense. There goes the Pirates and Stephen Friesel Bittler, who is assisted by Michael Nielsen. Ladies and gentlemen, your Southwestern Pirates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Southwestern University's Robertson Center. The Southwestern University women's basketball team taking on the Comets of UT Dallas as we start to get closer to the holiday break. Final home game for a bit for the Pirates, and they look to wrap things up with a victory. They have won 3 in a row after starting the season 0-4. 3 straight for Coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler's side. They look to make it 4 in a row before they head out to Brownwood, Howard Payne University. But that will not be until the 30th, so they get a big break, and they would certainly like to go into that on a winning streak. Taking on a Comet side from UTD. They have lost 2 in a row, falling to Midwestern State and Kansas City up in KC, Missouri, and Wichita Falls, respectively. Ready to get underway. Pirates in the home white, visitors in the road black. And the Comets taking the opening tip here. Comets led by 30-year head coach Joe Shotland, formerly down with that team in San Antonio that will not be mentioned. A graduate of Trinity and 7 years as an assistant at his alma mater, as Body drawing the charge early on. And it will go on Pettigo as they tried to go to the 6-foot junior forward from Bells, transferred from Angelo State, tried to find her underneath. Southwestern, a chance to strike first. Ward, McCoy, Flores, Body, Benitez, the starting 5 tonight for second-year head coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler. Michael Nielsen is her assistant. Southwestern playing their best basketball of the season, coming off a very impressive victory over Howard Payne, 77-35. Southwestern ran the floor, and they did so impressively in that win. As McCoy will draw the foul, and it's going to be charged to Tristan Clark. Clark, the 5'5 senior from Burleson. Southwestern trying to find something. McCoy underneath looking for Benitez, stolen away, couldn't find her. Ended up in the hands of Yellen, a graduate student from El Paso. I mentioned that game for Southwestern on Monday night, and they were outstanding. They got off to a quick lead. They led the first quarter 17-5, and they never looked back. Southwestern shot better than 47% from the field. Lights out for the Pirates. 3-ball off the front of the rim. Southwestern with the rebound. Just 6 seconds on the shot clock there. Yellen unable to knock it down. Still trying to find opening points. Just over 60 seconds in. Both teams, the possession is Ward, the senior from Waco. Kicks out McCoy, the long three, and she's got it. Knocked down by the senior from Frisco. McCoy was outstanding, a career-high night with 20 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal in that victory over Howard Payne on Monday. See if she can keep the momentum here tonight. Self looking inside, trying to find Bowman, and Bowman with the first basket for the Comets. The senior from Kaufman, the transfer from Blinn. And the Comets on the board early on. Benitez at the elbow. She'll be working on Pedigo. Should be a good matchup between those two. Flores on the baseline, tried to get it away, able to find Ward. Ward driving in, kicks out, body, not cleanly. McCoy wide open, deep three, off the mark. Flores unable to track down the rebound, so it'll be Comets ball. 7:44 remaining in the first, 3-2. Southwestern the early advantage. Southwestern over a week break. And as we said, it'll be quickly conference play starting in 2025. Both the men and the women on the road at Memorial Coliseum in Seguin to take on the Bulldogs. And driving in and drawing the foul was Alex Bowman. A Crandall High School product heading to the line for the first time. Bowman leads this team just 12.5 points a contest. Also leads them in minutes at 25 a game. 75% free throw shooter is Bowman. But after a slow start, Southwestern taking on some top teams, including a trip out west to the Ken Schumann Classic in Oregon. Victories over Laterno, as well as Pacific there in that final game of the Ken Schumann Classic, and that impressive win over Howard Payne. Had an exhibition game last Sunday down in Space City against HCU. Southwestern were very good at counting themselves. Fell in that one. But against one of the better teams they've seen, arguably the best team they've seen, and more than held their own. A quick whistle on the other end will be on Clark, senior from Burleson. Wexter Romero, the freshman from San Antonio Harlan, on for Southwestern. Taking the place of Body. Flores looking to drive in, pulls up from the elbow, off the front of the rim. Rebound secured by Self for the Comets. Up the other way, Bowman. Thought about a pull-up three in transition, instead on to Clark. Comets electing to slow things up here. Trying to set up the offense. Trying to establish position is Self, and a whistle underneath. I believe it's going to be on Ward. We will see. It will indeed. Ellie Ward charged with the foul. It'll stay Comets ball, and they make a change. Does UTD. Coming on for the first time, Sierra Trigg. Trigg, the senior from Allen. Former Eagle making her first appearance in the ball game. Trigg, unable to knock down the three. McCoy with the rebound, will take it herself into the front court. Flores thought about driving in. Now Romero. Good ball movement here from the Pirates, swinging things around. McCoy directing traffic. Ward driving in, 10 seconds on the shot clock. And he turned over a travel by Ellie Ward, the senior out of Riker High School in Waco. Still just a 1-point game. Pirates trailing 4-3 early on. Almost 4 minutes in. Both teams' offenses having trouble getting going. Both just 1 of 3 from the field. Yellen off the back of the iron. Benitez in and turns it right back over. Bowman able to swoop in to steal it away. Nicely read by the senior. The visitors another bite at the apple here. Yellen driving in and will draw the foul. Did a great job recognizing the opportunity. He was able to get by Flores, the freshman, another San Antonio Harlan product, just a bit of space, and Yellen did a very good job exploiting it. She heads to the line second on this team, 9 points a game. A 78% free throw shooter is Yellen. Visitors a chance to extend it to a 2-possession lead. Yellen will do just that, 7-3. Pirates just 1 of 3 from the field. That 1-3, a three-pointer. Trying to find something here. Romero. Big possession here for Southwestern. They need to come away with points. Ward for 3. Off the back of the iron. Had to go there. Did a good job boxing out Benitez. Little pull up from the free throw line and a hit by Cronenshield. Cronenshield, a junior from Cypress out of Bridgeland High School, gives the visitors their largest lead of the game, up 9-3. 5:15 remaining in the first, and Pirates will take a timeout. Looking to talk things over, and with that, take the opportunity to thank our Pirate Athletics corporate sponsors, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Don Hewitt Chevrolet in Buick, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice. If you have not been to the Robertson Center lately, if you've not seen the beautiful new scoreboard over center court, well, that made possible by Airmark Food and Facility Services and Don Hewitt Chevrolet in Buick. So again, huge thanks to them for their continued support of the black and gold. Thank you as well. If you have not already, we wholeheartedly encourage you to subscribe to our Southwestern University YouTube channel. And a early happy holidays to you and your family. Hope you have a wonderful and safe holiday season. Don't forget, it'll be a bit of a break for both the men and the women. Mark your calendars. They will be back here at the Robertson Center Saturday, January the 4th. It'll be the conference home opener. They take on the Bulldogs of TLU, a doubleheader in that one. And should be interesting because they will have faced that same team on Thursday, so just 2 days previous. A very quick turnaround. Southwestern, obviously high expectations for both of these teams. The women, just 5 wins a year ago and well on their mark to surpassing that and then some, having won the last 3 in a row. McCoy. She and Benitez so impressive in that victory over Howard Payne. Kellum off the bench, 10 points, a career high for her as well. As Ward drives in, tries to split a pair of defenders, and will head to the line. The senior from McClennan County to attempt the first free throws for the Pirates tonight. They have not been to the charity stripe yet. Ward will change that as Jayla Lewis comes on, the freshman out of Jersey Village High School in Houston. Ward, a 79% free throw shooter. Southwestern as a team shooting just under 70% from the line. Ward able to make it a 4-point game. Hits both of her free throws. Over 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's a Pirates team that comes out hot early on scoring. They scored most of their points in the first half, and they cool off as the game progresses. The bad news is they also concede more points in the third and fourth quarters. Inside, Pettigo wide open, a good look, and an easy finish off the glass for the junior post. Simply too easy for number 22 in black. Romero, a jab step, still trying to find inside. It has Benitez working on Pettigo. Benitez now got herself stuck too deep in the paint. Always going to be a difficult shot there. Pettigo again off the glass, and you can tell she's starting to feel it. A transfer from Angelo State has made her last two. Back to a 6-point lead for the Comets. 3:40 remaining in the first. 11-5, UT Dallas on top, nearly stolen away. And it's going to go on Pettigo. He reached in, and she tried to get around Benitez, but Benitez doing a good job establishing position. And you would imagine Pettigo's going to come off quickly, and she will. They need to keep her out of foul trouble. It'll be Ellery Sample coming on. Sample, the 6'2 freshman center out of Bishop Lynch High School in Dallas. Benitez at the line for the first time tonight. A 73% free throw shooter is the Granbury product out of Waipan High School. Benitez coming off a double-double. 13 points, 11 rebounds against Howard Payne on Monday. Southwestern, they were outstanding on the glass. Out-rebounded Howard Payne 49-28 in terms of total rebounds. 11 offensive boards. They got a ton of second-chance opportunities. Trigg knocks it down from three. Trigg left open, makes him pay. The Allen product, who's high school, about 3 times the enrollment of Southwestern. Those of you unfamiliar with Allen High School up in the Metroplex, the largest school in the state of Texas. Off the mark was Flores, kept in. Wadi able to keep that one in, but couldn't find a teammate. Crown Shield underneath. Trigg thought about it. Skipping it all the way across. Lewis driving in, a little floater. Nice touch. The Houstonian putting the visitors on top, 13, their largest lead. And Southwestern needs to make a push here. 2:20 remaining in the first. Flores for three, off the mark. Flores, it'll end up with her. That one kicked out to her and tied up at the edge. Pirates making a change. They will bring on Lauren Stevens, the sophomore from Sugar Land, coming on for the first time. Ward coming back on as well. Alex Bowman back on for the visitors. But important that Southwestern not only cuts this deficit, but gets something positive going here. They're just 1 of 7 from the field, just 14% here in the first quarter. Trailing by 13. Oh, it was a good look. Able to find Stevens, who draws the foul. Nicely done there from Lizzie Kellum, the freshman out of Lake Highlands in Dallas. We mentioned Kellum. Very impressive. Her career high 10 points in that victory Monday night. Stevens heads to the line on the court for mere seconds. And Stevens probably who you want at the line, as she has missed just once in 12 attempts this season. 92%. No trouble here for the George Ranch High School product. Pirates 78% from the charity stripe on Monday night. And really, they did it all correctly. Got off to an early lead. Cooled off a little bit in the second half. But they outscored Howard Payne in every single quarter and had a big lead going into the second. But that is too easy for Crown and Shield. Things just opening up for the junior from Bridgeland. 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pirates trailing by 13 yet again. McCoy, nicely done, able to respond for Southwestern. leads the Pirates with 5 points. Need to get a stop here. Lewis gets her own rebound and fouled on the putback attempts. Didn't look like a lot of contact from a vantage point, but enough, say our officials, to warrant the whistle as Stevens picks up her first. And Lewis heads to the line. Lewis, an 80% free throw shooter. Lewis able to take advantage of that trip. Back to a 13-point Comet lead, 22-9. 60 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Going for 3. Yes, indeed. The Lake Highlands product with a big bucket for Southwestern. They really needed that one. They've cut it to 10. Trying to respond. Crown Shield does a 3 of her own. That is a huge response for the Comets. Just when it looked like Southwestern, had they gotten stopped, would have had some momentum. Body pulls up, in and out. That one halfway down before it bounced out. Visitors no doubt looking to get back to the win column as Lewis hits another. 2 in a row for the Comets. Crown and Shield, now Lewis. And with 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Southwestern has quickly seen that deficit grow to 16. McCoy off the glass. The basket as the first quarter comes to a close. But the Comets, incredibly impressive through the first 10 minutes. Shooting 71% from the field, 10 of 14, and they lead Southwestern 28-14 as we head to the second quarter. A red-hot start for the Comets, so I guess for them it would be white-hot if we're going to be accurate. 5 of 5 from the line, 50%, 3 of 6 from 3, 71% from the field. Out-rebounding Southwestern 10-3. So again, Southwestern, it appears, having a bit of trouble bringing the momentum from Monday night's victory here, but certainly a tougher test against the University of Texas Dallas. As we get you ready for the second quarter, again, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Airmark Food and Facility Services, Don Hewitt Chevrolet and Buick, as well as Jeremiah's Italian Ice, right here in Georgetown, and owned, operated, and founded by an SU alum. Always good to see what the Pirate alums are up to. So UTD, the first year in their transition to Division II. So they still have the schedule alliance with the remaining 5 schools in the ASC, the American Southwest Conference. They are not eligible for the postseason or any honors. But they returned 9 players from last year's side that went 20 wins, just 6 losses, including 4 starters from a year ago. So very high expectations. And the whistle quickly underneath will send Addie Self to the line. It'll be on Stevens. Oh, excuse me, rather, it's going to be on Kellum, which is probably good. That was her first. It would have been Stevens' second. As Romero will come on, taking the place of Kellum. McCoy coming off as well. So right now, Stevens' Body, Romero, Flores, and Ward, the 5 on the floor for Coach Creasel Bigler. Self, the UMHB transfer, Wichita Falls native, takes advantage of that trip to the line. Pirates having trouble cutting this one. Still trailing 16, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Hold on. May have jumped the gun there a bit, and that may be on Crowning Shield. It will. Pirates may have been fortunate in that instance, to be perfectly honest, and they will certainly take it. Crown and Shield picks up her first. Stevens trying to drive in, high off the glass, too high. Ward swoops in for the board. Kicked out. Flores couldn't keep it in. Oh, just bad luck there. An instance like that, you cannot turn the ball over. And Southwestern did a good job in the first quarter. Turnover is not an issue. Just turned it over twice. Visitors just once. Both teams prioritizing possession, as you can certainly see. Trigg in amongst the trees. Couldn't finish off the glass. Romero looking to run. Turn back. Visitors doing a good job getting back in transition. No opportunity for the fast break for Southwestern. Ward inside. Stevens. Little jump hook in and out. Bowman up the other way. Crown and Shield. Fade away. That one nearly dropped in. And the foul as Raven Busby, Sample rather, trying to go for the ball as both teams making changes. Benitez and McCoy back on for Southwestern. Pedigo, Yellen, and Emery Espinosa on. Espinosa making her first appearance, the freshman guard from East Central High School in San Antonio. Bowman. Hand in her face, tough shot, couldn't knock it down. McCoy has Romero underneath. Oh, what a feed, and the basket. Chance for a three-point play. Romero, full credit. With the pass underneath on the money from McCoy. She put it on a dime. The bad news for the Comets is Pedigo, who had been on for less than 60 seconds after coming off the bench, picks up her second. Their star post player, already 2 fouls. Is Romero able to take advantage? Excuse me, that's the third on Pedigo. Misread that, so that is certainly something to keep an eye on. Pedigo already 3 fouls and still 8:18 remaining in the first half. Pedigo looking to establish position, instead out to Bowman. Bowman right at Benitez, around her and off the glass. Bowman, great size at 5'8", moves well. It's tough to stop, and you can see why she leads this team in points. Pedigo, the rebound is Yellen. Looking to run, body stopping her from any chance of doing so. And the offensive foul is going to go on Addie Self. Self a moving screen there, not set. The Pirates will happily take it back. Just the second turnover of the ball game for UT Dallas. I should say by UT Dallas. Southwestern turned over. In situations like that, when you get a turnover, you have an opportunity like that. You need to make the most of it. Instead, Pirates just gave it right back. Still 32-17, Comets on top. Pedigo at the logo. Help comes. Pedigo couldn't finish. Spun away from Flores. In for the rebound was Self. No one else there for the Pirates, crashing the boards that time. Self, the long 2 on the baseline. Things starting to amp up here. Both teams content, it seems, to run at least these last few possessions. The early feeling out process seems to be over. Romero, a lot of contact, no whistle. And the rebound by Espinosa of UTD. Bowman right by Romero, the basket and the foul. She knew exactly what she wanted to do as soon as she caught that pass. She just took a look in, saw how far Romero was from the hoop, and just blew by her. Bowman heading to the line. Already with 6 points as body comes off for Southwestern. They will bring on Anna Where's a Whiskey, the freshman out of San Angelo Central. Bowman takes advantage of the trip and the old-fashioned three-point play. 35-17 Comets. Ward back on for Southwestern. Visitors shooting almost twice the field goal percentage right now. They're 57%. Southwestern just 29 from the field. Little pull up there from Flores. Couldn't knock it down. Tough rebound secured by Espinosa. Yellen thought about the three, thought better of it. McCoy quickly out there to dissuade her. Yellen now, another opportunity. McCoy there again. Yellen certainly has a quick trigger. Spun over, Ward for three. Indeed. There we go. Just what the black and gold needed. Pirates have cut the deficit to 15. Just one possession at a time here with 5:33 remaining in the half. Self. Kicked out. Pedigo for three. In and out from the post. Tried to show off her range there. Couldn't finish. The reverse off the mark. Pedigo inside. Another opportunity. Couldn't get it. Both teams. And it's McCoy who had it momentarily before it was poked out of bounds by Anna Yellen. So it'll stay Pirates ball. As Jordan Hoffman, the 6-foot senior from New Braunfels, comes on, making her first appearance in the ball game. She'll take over for Pedigo. Again, Pedigo with 3 fouls already. Something they absolutely want to keep an eye on. Flores. Ward trying to look in. McCoy for three. Got it. Thought it was going to pop out as that one went in, out, and finally back in. Nicely done. Exactly what the Pirates needed is McCoy now leading all scorers with 10 points. The only player thus far from either team in double digits. Batted away. Ward there. Where's a Whiskey taking it into the front court? And the freshman post wisely giving the ball handling duties over to McCoy. Where's a Whiskey from the logo? Benitez unable to secure the rebound. An important 4 minutes remaining in this half for Southwestern. They've cut the deficit to 12. Ward fouled on the rebound, and it will be charged to Tristan Clark, senior from Burleson. Picks up her second. We'll take immediate timeout. 4:05 remaining in the first half. UTD 35, Southwestern 23. Visitors 46% from the field, 12 of 26. Southwestern just 33, 7 of 21. Pirates shooting an impressive 50%, 4 of 8 from 3 though. But they are being out-rebounded, and the visitors a perfect 8 of 8 from the free throw line as well. And once again, huge thanks to our corporate sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food Services, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Pirates ball, 4:05 remaining in the half. At the very least, they want to cut this deficit to single digits by the time they head to the locker room for the halftime break. I'll say Pirates ball. Lewis nearly stole it away, though. McCoy unable to get away from Trigg. McCoy along 2. Lewis there, no Pirate giving her any trouble on the rebound. And Pirates losing the rebounding battle. 16-11 in total rebounds. As Trigg drives in. Now both teams cooling off from the floor after that last timeout. Benitez trying to work on Hoffman. Hand off to Ward. Flores. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Out of bounds. It'll say Pirates ball. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Need to move quickly. Underneath, Benitez. Nice move across the paint, and that one just hung on the rim for what seemed like an eternity before it dropped in. Pirates have cut it to a 10-point game. 3 minutes exactly remaining in the half. 35-25, Comets on top. 3 ball from Espinosa. Couldn't respond, but swooping in for the rebound was Self. That's a mistake Pirates cannot afford to make. A missed 3, and they just couldn't secure the rebound. The second chance point's a killer. Benitez looking to drive on Hoffman, and she's fouled. Jordan Hoffman tried to time it. The 6-foot senior from New Braunfels got a chunk of Benitez as well. As she heads back to the line, does Benitez, and a trio of changes now coming for the Comets. As Crowning Shield, Sample, and Bowman all back on the floor for UTD. Benitez, 1 of 2 in that trip to the line. 37-26 Comets. Bowman. Little head fake, couldn't knock it down. But it'll stay Comets ball.
Out of bounds for the Pirates. Comet ball.
Bowman being defended by Body. Now Benitez comes over. Lewis, acrobatic, couldn't knock it down, but Sample there for the rebound. Shot clock resets underneath, and wide open was Lewis. Quickly out of her hands, and she's found a way to get open a few times. Pirates, I don't know how you can miss the bright green dyed hair there in the front of Lewis, but somehow they have on more than one occasion. Ward resetting things, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ward in amongst the trees and ends up on the deck. And it is going to go against Ellie Ward. May have tried to just do a bit too much that time as there were 3 defenders waiting for her. She came into the paint. Romero back on, 92 seconds remaining in the first half. Trigg, another 3-ball attempt, just off the mark. It's going to go against Sample, the freshman from Bishop Lynch in Dallas, picking up her first. Romero at the other line. At the 15th foul by the visitors. freshman from San Antonio Harlan can do here. Off the front of the iron. So still McCoy, the only player from either team in double digits. Bowman now leading the Comets with 9 points. She and Lewis both on 9. Romero, 1 of 2. The Pirates just 6 of 10 from the line here in the first half. Visitors are 8 of 8. They have not missed a free throw. Ground and shield. Tough shot on the baseline. Romero there with the rebound. It was a 14-point UTD lead at the end of the first quarter, 28-14. Thus far, Southwestern outscoring them 15-11 here in the second quarter. So Southwestern bouncing back, but they dug themselves that big 14-point hole early on. 45 seconds remaining in the half. Sample nearly pickpocketed. Somehow that one went in off the glass. Sample able to put her Comets back on top by 10. Now 12-point, 41-29. Comets will have one final shot to end the half, and it's turned over. McCoy with the travel. Pirates men's team over on the far side, helping our official here. I believe that's what we're going to call that. Shot clock turned off. 10 seconds remaining in the half. And the illegal screen against Lewis, so it's going to be Southwestern who has the final shot of the half. 9 seconds. Again, trying to cut this to 10, if not single digits. Important possession momentum-wise to get something here. They do not want to go in trailing by 12. Flores. McCoy. Blocked. Trigg got a piece of it, and that'll do it for the first half. And Southwestern goes into the locker room trailing 41-29. An improved performance in the second quarter. They actually outscored UTD 15-13, but they were down by 14 after being outscored at 28-14 at the end of the first quarter. We'll step aside, back with you to get you ready for the second half. We'll get you first half stats and the second half underway here in just about 15 minutes. Halftime score from the Robertson Center. Comets of UT Dallas leading the Pirates of Southwestern 41-29 at the break. Welcome back. Moments before our second half here at the Robertson Center in Georgetown. Again, a very happy holidays to you and your family from our Southwestern Athletics family. Hope you have a wonderful and safe holiday season. Pirates trailing the Comets of UT Dallas 41-29. Pirates dug themselves a hole quickly as they trailed 28-14 at the end of the first quarter. They were able to bounce back. They outscored UTD 15-13 in the second quarter. But still a 12-point deficit. Southwestern with the opening possession of the second half. Pirates shooting just 37% from the field, 9 of 24 in the first half. Visitors were at 44%, 15 of 35. Self there to secure the rebound. Visitors also perfect from the free throw line, 8 of 8. Pirates were 4 of 8 from 3. His body seals this into the front court, but can't finish. Espinosa ultimately able to secure the rebound. Pirates out-rebounded 19-13. Pirates just 2 offensive rebounds in the first half. Not getting a lot of second-chance opportunities for the Pirates. John McCoy leading all scorers in the first half. Turnovers relatively even. Pirates turned it over 6 times. The Comets 5. Again, McCoy with 10 points, the only double-digit score from either side in the first half. 4 of 7 from the field. 2 of 3 from long range with 4 rebounds and 2 assists for McCoy. Still plenty of time for the Pirates trying to extend this season-best 3-game win streak. Bowman underneath. Flores did the only thing she could do, giving up some size to Alex Bowman. Just went straight up, but Bowman not deterred. Pirates, after starting the season 0-4, have won the last 3 victories over Pacific, Laterno, and Howard Payne here on Monday. Maybe the most impressive of the bunch, the victory over the Yellow Jackets. On the deck, it batted out. McCoy looking to drive in on Pedigo off the side of the backboard. Romero wisely just went back up with it, and she's fouled. Visitors 4-5 on the season, but they've lost 2 in a row, falling at Midwestern State and Kansas City. Romero at the line. Again, UTD making that transition to Division II, the first year of that transition. And as such, still in the American Southwest Conference, but not eligible for the postseason or any awards. Mentioned that game up in Kansas City, falling to the Division I Ruse. Carden Shield led the way, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Sample contributed with 9, Self with 8 in that loss against some top-flight competition. Pirates have seen their own top-flight competition. Exhibition against Houston Christian last week. Pedigo sets a screen. Bowman goes around it, other way. Lewis, some contact, no whistles. That will go over and off the shot clock. Again, the beautiful new scoreboard here over center court. As always, thanks to our corporate sponsors, Don Hewitt Chevrolet and Buick, Aramark Food and Facility Services. Jeremiah's Italian Ice making it possible. McCoy, oh, what a move. Able to get around Bowman, and Bowman ultimately commits the foul. McCoy, turned her inside and out. Had she finished that, the crowd would have lost it. Bowman with the foul. McCoy to the line. Bowman just her first. Irish is 9 of 13 from the stripe, 70%. It's about where they are on the season. In fact, exactly where they are, 69%. As we mentioned, the Pirates' offense cools off. They score the fewest points in the third quarter of any quarter on the season. So that's something they need to be cognizant of and cannot afford to take their foot off the gas here. Trying to get back in this one. Through the hands of Self, ends up with McCoy. She takes it up the floor. Yellen not giving her a lane. Flores. Body out to McCoy. Now Romero pulls up from 3. Nothing but net. Alexa Romero, a pretty stroke there, able to sink the 3 ball. Pirates within 10, the first time they've had a single-digit deficit since early on in this one, trailing 43-36. See if they can get a stop and continue to chip away. Lewis kicked out, yelling for three. Off the side of the iron, long rebound. Tracked down by Self. Visitors, again, they're doing good. I should say much better on the offensive glass. 7 offensive rebounds to Southwestern's 3 as Self takes it herself, the basket and the foul. I have no idea how that one dropped, but it did. As McCoy picks up the foul. Self has been a terror on the boards. 5 rebounds, 2 of those on the offensive end as she heads to the line. Ward back on for Southwestern. Self takes advantage. Visitors remain perfect, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. McCoy picked up her second. Back to a 10-point Comets lead. Southwestern having trouble getting within single-digit deficit. That 10-point mark proving difficult for Southwestern to crack, at least for any length of time. Bowman. Out to Lewis. Skews the screen. Instead, over to Bowman. Oh, what a pass inside to Self off the glass. Fantastic ball movement there. Great give and go. Self made the cut. Bowman's pass on the money. Bowman now in double digits with 11, Self with 9. Ward still leading all scorers with 12. So the foul charge to Pedigo. Pedigo, that is her 4th. And a lot of time, 5:57 in the 3rd, in fact, and Pedigo comes off. Benitez, without Pedigo on the floor, it'll be Ellery Sample, the 6'2 freshman from Dallas out there, but certainly not the force. Taller than Pedigo, but Pedigo, transfer from Angelo State, you could tell she just commands the paint on both ends of the floor. Flores unable to get it in time. It left her hands a second after the whistle blew. Another turnover by the Pirates. Has not been too much of an issue. Both teams done a good job taking care of the ball tonight. But trailing, Southwestern has got to do everything right. Bowman. Lewis for 3. She's got it, feet set. Lewis wanted that ball and eventually got it. (51-36) Comets. McCoy a little step back, couldn't finish off the glass, and Ward comes in to steal it away from Sample. Keeping the possession alive. Benitez deep in the paint. She's fouled. Great job from Southwestern going right into Benitez. She'd established such great position low in the block. Simple picking up her first. As Busby and Trigg on, as is Crowning Shield for the Comets. Benitez taking advantage. Benitez just a sophomore, but certainly doesn't play like it. Got a lot of big minutes and very important contest last year as a freshman. So she's been through the fire, so to speak. Said it, Pirates just 5 wins last year for Coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler, but a lot of young talent, certainly higher expectations, but they're facing a good team. A team that won 20 games, lost just 6 a year ago, and they returned 4 of their starters and 9 players from last year. The Comets a lot of talent there back in Dallas as we'll take immediate timeout, 4:49 remaining in the third. 51-37, Comets on top. Southwestern done a very good job in the second and third quarters. But they had a 14-point hole as they trailed 28-14 at the end of the first, and that is proving difficult to bounce back from. Again, we remind you, mark your calendars. Pirates next at home. It'll be time for conference play. Saturday, January the 4th, another doubleheader. The women at 4, men at 6. Time for SCAC action as the Bulldogs of TLU make the trip up here to the Corbin J. Robertson Center. Pirates ball after the timeout. 4:49 remaining in the third. McCoy, Flores, Ward, Body, Benitez, the 5 on the floor for the black and gold. Benitez, Flores around the screen. And a ton of contact there. It is going to go against Flores. And saw it coming and able to get her feet set that time was Raven Busby. Busby, the junior from Forney. Up at the logo, and visitors doing a good job drawing offensive fouls. Pirates applying a bit of pressure in the half court. Ground and shield into the front court, no trouble. Sample inside, oh, what a great look. High off the glass was Busby, and Busby on the score sheet, her first basket of the ball game. Ground and shield, honorable mention, all ASC a year ago. All freshman team the year before, and you can certainly see her talent marshaling this team as the point guard. She brings it up the floor. Busby, brimming with confidence, can't hit the 3. Self is there underneath. She gets the rebound and the putback as the Pirates take a timeout. 3:41 remaining in the third. The deficit has grown to 18, 55-37. Comets lead. Comets shooting better than 46% from the field, 21 of 45. Conversely, Southwestern just 30%, 10 of 33. Southwestern still 50%, 5 of 10 from 3. Visitors just 4 of 14. But the Comets have not missed a free throw, 9 of 9. They're continuing to win the rebounding battle, 26-16 in their favor with 8 offensive rebounds compared to just 5 by Southwestern. Pirates turned it over 8 times, 6 by the Comets. Comets have led all but 69 seconds of this ball game. The only time Southwestern led was very early on. Ever since, the Comets, as we said, really turned it on. 28 points in the first quarter. Southwestern has been forced to play catch-up ever since. It'll be Romero, Flores, Stevens, McCoy, and Body coming out for the black and gold after the timeout. Crowning Shield, Self, Trigg, Busby, and Semple for the Comets. McCoy moving things, Body. Romero flashing to the hoop. They couldn't get it to her in time as McCoy takes it in. Kicked out Romero for three. Nope. Another offensive foul drawn by Self. I mentioned they are quite adept at drawing those fouls. It'll be charged to Adriana McCoy, and her opposite number, Self, there saw her coming. Did the Wichita Falls native. Stolen away, McCoy able to get it right back. Taking it at Crowning Shield. McCoy, acrobatic shot, fades away and able to knock it down. Something for the Pirate fans to cheer about. Not been a lot here of late. Being outscored 14-8 in the third quarter. Sample right into the hands of Flores. She just had eyes for Self. Flores is sitting right in front of her. The Pirates return the favor as Romero throws it away the other way. The one turnover begets another, unfortunately. Busby back from Trigg. Trying to find a Sample in. Instead, they'll go over to Trigg. He's got a three off the mark. Well long, but it'll stay with the Comets. Flores last to touch it. As the Comets will make a substitution. Addie Self comes off. Alex Bowman on in her stead. Bowman trying to find a bit of room and does somehow. Body out of hand in her face, and Bowman still able to knock it down. Bowman now 13 points to lead the Comets. McCoy's 14, still leading all scorers. Stevens driving on Semple. She's blocked. The freshman from Dallas. First block from either side tonight. Underneath, wide open, and here comes Body, ears burning, says, you want to block? I've got you. And she does indeed. And I'll stay with the Comets, but Body coming out of nowhere. Gunter product. And Sample just far too deep in the post for the 6'2 freshman. Always going to be difficult to block her when she gets that far down. Flores from the elbow. Off the front of the iron. Crowning Shield's there. She wants to run. Sample at 6'2". She can move up and down the floor, though. As Bowman spinning. Acrobatic shot. If that was not the best attempt, obviously. And I don't know that her coaching staff is going to be thrilled as McCoy takes advantage of three. And Southwestern, previous to that, their largest deficit, they were down 20, and they have now cut it to 17. 59-42, under a minute remaining in the third. Sample off the mark again. Two ill-advised shots the last time down the floor by the Comets as McCoy couldn't finish that one at the hoop. McCoy leading the Pirates 17 points. No one else in double digits for the black and gold. Bowman, righted body, high off the glass. We'll head to the line to shoot two. Will Alex Bowman. Body with the foul. Bowman to the line, where she is a perfect 3 of 3 this evening. Visitors still perfect, 9 of 9 from the line. Bowman, 11 points in 19 minutes, 5 of 7 from the field. 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Visitors continue to remain perfect from the stripe. "11 of 11 from the free throw line" are the Comets in the ball game as Leslie Kellum comes back on. "25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Shot clock turned off. Pirates looking for something to take into the fourth, currently trailing by 18. Benitez driving in, lost it, and diving on the floor was Busby. And tied up quickly. Busby giving up her body. The arrow will keep it with the Comets. 5.67 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Bowman. Cross midcourt. Bowman. Little floater. Will not drop. 10 minutes remaining. Pirates trailing 61-42. And again, that early hole proving it difficult for the Southwestern to dig themselves out of. They have 10 minutes to do it. Can they make it 4 in a row? They're going to have to battle back. Ten minutes remaining in the ball game. Pirates trying to mount the comeback, trailing 61-42. They were outscored at 20-13 in the third quarter. Pirates still just 31% from the field. Visitors 45%. Benitez underneath. She draws the foul on Ellery Sample. So again, the Comets have been without Liv Pettigo, their preferred post, for almost the entire second half, and she picked up her fourth foul very early in the third quarter. And it's been Sample out there in her place ever since. But even with the absence of the junior forward, Comets have been able to get it done. Winning the battle of the boards. Perfect 11 of 11 from the line. And that early victory they had in the first quarter, really setting the tone as they outscored Southwestern 28-14. Is McCoy able to steal this pass away, intended for Busby. McCoy will be fouled by Raven Busby. And we'll head to the line for Southwestern. Will Adriana McCoy. McCoy leading all scorers, 17 points on 6 of 12 shooting. She's 3 of 4 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the line to go with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. McCoy coming off a 20-point performance, a career high, the victory over Howard Payne on Monday. Also 4 rebounds and a steal in that victory over the Yellow Jackets. And McCoy taking advantage of that trip. 61-45, bit by bit. Pirates have had trouble getting within 10. It has been short-lived that their deficit has been single digits. Espinosa. And he'll be charged to Benitez. As Emery Espinosa, the freshman from San Antonio, at the line for the first time tonight. I will say one thing. These Comets, they like the free throws here at the Robertson Center. I don't know if it's the goals, the new shot clocks, or whatever it is. That is their first missed free throw. 12 of 13. Their first miss as they went a perfect 12 of 12 and into the fourth quarter without missing a free throw did UTD. Ward. Romero looking to split a pair of defenders. Bowman stole it away, but they're going to say a foul. Bowman comes up just holding the ball. Yeah, tough there against Alex Bowman. But it'll send Romero to the line. Romero looking to be the second Pirate in double digits. Currently sitting on 9 on 2 of 4 shooting. 4 of 5 from the line tonight. Make it 5 of 6, 3 rebounds and an assist as well for the freshman. Comets making a pair of changes as Addie Self and Jordan Hoffman come back on. Self over the free throw line. Espinosa calling for it in the corner. Instead, it's going to be Lewis. Now Bowman, little dribble drive in off the mark. And had they found Espinosa earlier, she was wide open in the corner. Did have the Pirates men's basketball team behind her. And sure they would have not given her a free look. They would have certainly had a few words there, if you would imagine, making the home court difficult for opponents. Benitez, oh, nice move around Hoffman. Benitez doing a good job getting small underneath. Fantastic there from the Granbury native. Self from the free throw line. Can't hit it. Benitez with the rebound. Now Southwestern a chance. Just keep chipping away, trailing by 13. McCoy, oh my, shook the defender, finds Benitez, and she is fouled by Self. McCoy absolutely breaking ankles. McCoy is too young to know anything about Allen Iverson except in the YouTube clip she's seen. But that was an ankle breaker right there from Adriana McCoy. And Benitez back to the line for Southwestern. She's now in double digits. McCoy leading all scorers with 19. Romero 11. Benitez now 10 for the Pirates as they start to heat up, outscoring the Comets 8-1 here in the fourth quarter. But is it too little, too late? Rebound, put back. Romero, maybe not. We'll see. 7:47 remaining in the ballgame. There's time. And it's a 10-point game, 62-52. Comets still on top. Knocked away. Pirates ball. And the black and gold fans, reason to cheer as they start to get more involved, bringing the energy, the emotion here at the Robertson Center. And you wonder how long Coach Shotland is going to let his Comets continue before he takes the time out to, at the very least, calm down the crowd. Who knows, maybe that'll just fire him up more. McCoy for three. Well off the mark. And the foul is going to go on body as Anna Yellen had secured the rebound. And you can certainly understand McCoy feeling it, but that shot early in the shot clock wasn't set. That's a difficult shot. I don't know that Coach Caitlin Kriesel-Bigler is going to be thrilled with that one. But the way she was playing, maybe so. Lewis. Over to Yellen. Back to Lewis for three. Couldn't finish. Self with the rebound. And it's going to be a foul against Benitez. Thought she tied it up, and that is exactly what the Pirate fans had thought. Referee saw otherwise. As Lewis and Hoffman come off. Crowning Shield and Pettigo on. Pettigo on for the first time since early in the third quarter. But a timeout taken. Comets want to talk things over. 7:08 remaining in the ballgame. Their lead has shrunk to 10, 62-52. UTD on top, but Pirates outscoring the Comets 10-1 here in the fourth quarter. Again, mark your calendars. Pirates will not be back here at the Robertson Center until the new year, Saturday, January the 4th. In fact, it'll be a doubleheader, both men and women taking on TLU. It'll be the conference home opener for Pirates basketball. Hope you'll join us for that, as always. Packing the Robertson Center with the black and gold. If not, we'll have it for you right here. Every basket. Hope you'll join us. Everything heats up come conference play. His Self draws the foul on the inbound. It'll be on Romero. And that'll send Addie Self to the line. Transfer from UMHB. Romero picks up her second. Self, 12 points tonight. Misses her first free throw, now 3 of 4 from the line. Visitors had been perfect. They were 12 of 12 from the line until their last trip. They've now missed the last 2 of the last 3, I should say. 3 of the last 4. So all of a sudden, having trouble knocking down free throws, which were automatic for them early in the ball game. Stolen away. Yellen has Trigg with her. Yellen will take it herself. Couldn't finish. Ball on the deck. And it's going to be tied up as Trigg and Romero both battling for possession underneath the basket. And there's a Pirate down. I believe that is McCoy, who may have taken a shot. She was able to make her way outside of the paint. And the trainer quickly out to take a look at Adriana McCoy, who's grasping at her neck. And I think that's exactly what it was. Just may have taken an errant elbow. Bodies flying around in the paint, everybody trying to secure the rebound, and hope that is all it is, and hope that McCoy will be able to continue because she's leading Pirates in all scores with 19 points. They certainly need her hot hand. Self on the inbounds, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Romero set just outside the circle, kept her feet planted in cement, and Self tried to get around her but went through her. Still time, 6:46 remaining in the ball game. 62-52. Pirates down by 10, as I mentioned, have had trouble getting it to single digits. Benitez. It'll be out of bounds off Ward. The senior star guard from McLennan County unable to secure the rebound. Pettigo driving baseline. Pass skipped over. Yellen for 3. Got it. Anna Yellen, the graduate student from El Paso, when she gets her feet set, she can knock them down. Can Yellen. One of the better three-point shooters on this team, shooting better than 34%. Romero by self. Oh, nice move. Romero able to get around the defender. And Flores knew it as she commits the foul on self, and you could see Emma Flores immediately kind of wince that you know when you commit a foul. That'll send self to the line. McCoy back on. Good news there for Southwestern. Self off the mark. She is now 3 of 6 from the line. 12 points for the Comets, trailing only Lewis. Hits the back end. So Bowman on for self. Pettigo defending, playing with 4 fouls. Benitez right at her. Pettigo wisely just kept her hands in the air. Could not even attempt to block that. See if the Pirates continue to go at Pettigo. Trigg out to Bowman. Visitors maybe looking to run some clock here with just over 5 minutes remaining. I say that Yellen steps in. Yellen into the paint. And McCoy able to tie her up. Great job getting hands on the ball. And the arrow will give it to Southwestern. State Pirates ball. Trigg last to touch it. 66-54, 5 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Pirates back to a 12-point deficit. Starting to cool off a bit. See if McCoy can change that. Takes it in, and she's stripped. There's going to be another jump ball. Tied up there. Arrow now with the Comets. Every possession precious with 4:45 remaining. Comets have yet to really go deep into these shot clocks, trying to walk that fine line and keep the offense in gear. Crowning shield off the mark and out of bounds. Pettigo, I believe, last to touch it. And she comes off, self on, so Pettigo doing a good job in that instance, playing with the 4 fouls. Kept herself in check. McCoy. Flores trying to find room around Crowning Shield. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ward by Yellen underneath. Oh, what a feed to Benitez, and she's fouled. What a pass from Ellie Ward. Flying at the hoop. Everyone thought she was going to take it herself, and the senior from Bishop Riker High School in Waco, a beautiful bounce pass right into the hands of Ward. Benitez from Ward, and Benitez took the contact and completes the 3-point play, just what the Pirates needed. Back within single digits, 66-57, under 4 minutes remaining. Pirates have gotten this one to that elusive single-digit mark. Can they cut it even further? Trigg nearly stolen away by Ward. Yellen instead for 3. off the side of the iron, and it's going to be over the back on Trigg. Trigg that time hitching a ride. As Lewis comes back on, taking the place of Yellen. And now in the bonus, so it'll send Flores to the line. Again, Trigg right on the back of number 10 in white. Pirates, after a slow start from the line, starting to heat up. Visitors have cooled off considerably. They were 12-12 early. But they have missed 4 of their last 5. Pirates now 19 of 26 from the free throw line. 7-point game. Under 3.5 remaining. Benitez absolutely hacked on the rebound, and she ended up on the deck underneath. I mean, Benitez took a shot, but bounced right back up. Give her credit as she takes a deep breath to compose herself, heading down to the line. After a very slow start, the complete opposite of what we saw on Monday when Southwestern outscored Howard Payne 17-5 in the first quarter. They never looked back. But here, they were outscored 28-14 in the first, and they've been digging themselves out of the hole ever since. That being said, they've outscored the Comets 17-5 here in the fourth. As Benitez, 1 of 2 in that trip to the line. Six-point game. 66-60. Comets all of a sudden having some issues. Scoring has not been a problem for them. Nobody, it seems, wants to shoot the ball for UTD. Lewis takes it herself off the glass. And an offensive foul against Lewis, drawn by Romero. And Lewis, probably who you want going. Lewis so good early on, 12 points, most of those coming in the first half, but fantastic charge drawn by the Pirates, taking a page out of the Comets book there. Benitez working on Sample, and Ward the foul of Self. As Addie Self secured the rebound, and Ward just couldn't pull herself up in time. Self will head to the line. Her 12 points, second for the Comets. Just 4 of 7 from the field. Same mark from the line. Self hits them both. 2 big free throws for the Comets, and Addie Self, 68-60, UTD on top. 2:35 remaining. McCoy looking for the foul. Benitez able to take it away. Pirates fans on their feet. 2 minutes remaining. 8-point game. Romero around Lewis. Turned over. Self there with it into the front court. Ward couldn't get her, and Self will just lay this up and in. And the Pirates take a timeout. A minute 48 remaining. Back to a 10-point Comet lead. 70-60. UTD on top. Trying to hang on as the Pirates try to battle back. Looking for their 4th win in a row. Underneath, Benitez from McCoy. Pirates not done yet. 90 seconds remaining. Back to an 8-point game. Defense to Chan at the Robertson Center. Pirates need a stop. Swung over, Bowman, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Bowman, a little floater. Sample underneath with the rebound. All the way out to Lewis. Under a minute remaining. Sample at the logo. Lewis pulls up. Romero there with the rebound. 42 seconds left. Pirates have to move quickly. "31 seconds remaining. Lewis, Kellum on. Giving chase to Lewis. Oh, Kellum charged with the foul. Jayla Lewis now at the line, the freshman out of Jersey Village in Houston. Lewis, you would imagine, could secure this from the line. Now 13 points. It's them both, 72-62. Pirates back to a 10-point deficit. 25 seconds remaining. The Pirates take a timeout. Again, one last time, we remind you, Pirates back in action here at home. Saturday, January the 4th, will be the conference home opener, a doubleheader. The men and women both in action as they host TLU, the Bulldogs. Make the trip up from Seguin. Pirates on the road until then. Again, we take the opportunity to thank our corporate sponsors, Don Hewitt Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food and Facility Services, and Jeremiah's Italian Ice. Thank you as well for your continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. A very happy holidays to you and yours. Hope you have a wonderful and safe holiday season. Hope to see you in the new year. Hope you'll come join us here at the Robertson Center. A lot of big-time basketball on tap for both the men and women in black and gold. Ward to inbound. Romero. Kellum, step back three. Almost dropped in. Sample with the rebound, and she is fouled with 15 seconds remaining. And with such little time and a 10-point lead, you would imagine that may well do it. The loss will drop Southwestern to 3-5, snapping their 3-game winning streak. The Comets will improve to 5-5, snapping their 2-game losing skid. Again, Southwestern on the road as they return to face Howard Payne in Brownwood, a team they beat handily here on Monday, 77-35 the final. They will look to make it 2-0 against the Yellow Jackets on Monday, December the 30th, but a nice break between now and then. Romero lost it. Bowman, eye on the clock. And the final seconds come off as Southwestern falls 73-62 the final. The Comets of UT Dallas victorious. Southwestern 3-game winning streak comes to a close. Visitors with a victory after a 2-game skid being snapped. For our entire Southwestern University crew, we thank you as always for joining us. Thank you for your support of Southwestern University Athletics. One more time, wish you a very happy holiday season. And we will see you in 2025 for more Southwestern University basketball. The final from the Robertson Center, the Comets of UT Dallas 73, Southwestern University Pirates 62.